Stephen Tucker, Managing Director of the Fry Group. Recruitment is a major headache. I think you are exposing your firm's reputation, your hard-earned cash, and a great deal of time getting the right people. It is absolutely critical that you get the right people for the right role, for the right culture of your business, and I don't think there's an easy way of doing it. If you have a self-employed role and you're simply sending out a flock of advisors to look for clients pretty much at their own expense, then I don't suppose there's much of a downside. If you, as we are, use an employed model with an existing client bank, then any new advisor is going to get pretty hungry pretty quickly unless you can feed them the leads that they need. So it's really about distribution or lead generation if you're bringing somebody on and there isn't a pre-existing client bank. I think that's a real problem. Clearly one needs the recruitment agents and clearly they need to be paid. Our experience is that they tend to like to be paid rather a lot, and it's difficult to see true value in that, as you never have any certainty that an advisor will stick with you long enough to cover the cost of those fees. We would prefer to work with 2 or 3 agencies that really understand our business and only give us candidates that are likely to fit our needs. Well, encouraging the adoption is quite an interesting term because in the post-RDR world, if you have a process, then it's not about encouraging, it's about enforcing. And we would build that in with KPIs and a rigorous compliance process to make sure that every client is getting what the firm perceives to be the right solutions for the client, rather than leaving an advisor to start to freelance the way in which they give advice, and the danger then is that they go off in all sorts of different directions and you start to have compliance problems with clients not getting what they should do. Historically, of course, a lot of advisors have been self-employed and they're just a one-man business. And if you bring self-employed advisors into your business, then the business isn't really a business other than just a collection of self-employed individuals that are sharing some overhead, with the business perhaps taking a small slice off the top. We've always had an employed culture. And nearly all of our advisors are indeed on an employed basis, which means we own the clients, we own the client relationship. The difficulty there is there's a cultural shift between the two. So if your model is self-employed, use self-employed people. If your culture and model is employed, then that needs to be understood in the employment process so that what you end up with in terms of advisors, they're not kicking at the traces. They're comfortable in the employed role or they're comfortable in the self-employed role. You just have to make sure that your businesses and their interests are suitably aligned. Pleasure.